2002 movie The Count of Monte Cristo, directed by Kevin Reynolds, is a thrilling adaptation of Alexander Dumas's classic novel. The film tells the story of Edmund Dance, a kind and ambitious young sailor who was betrayed by those closest to him and imprisoned for a crime he did not commit. Over the years, he transforms into the mysterious and wealthy Count of Monte Cristo, carefully plotting his revenge against those who ruined his life.
Before we begin, please do subscribe. We regularly upload love and romantic videos you will surely enjoy. Now let's go back to the scene.
In 1815, Edmund Dance is a loyal and hard-working second mate on a French merchant vessel. His best friend, Fernand Mondego, is a wealthy aristocrat who envies Edmund's simple happiness. During a voyage, their captain falls gravely ill, forcing them to stop on the island of Elba. There, Edmund and Fernand encounter none other than the exiled Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon, recognizing Edmund's honesty, entrusts him with a secret letter, asking him to deliver it upon his return to France. Edmund, not fully understanding the danger of carrying such a letter, agrees. However, Fernand, jealous of Edmund's fortune and secretly in love with his fiancée, Mercedes, sees an opportunity to betray his friend. Upon returning to Marseille, Edmund is overjoyed to be back with Mercedes and his father. He is promoted to captain, surpassing the ambitious first mate, Danglars, further fueling resentment from those around him. During his engagement celebration, Fernand and Danglars conspire to accuse Edmund of treason. Using the letter as evidence, they report him to Gérard de Villefort, a powerful deputy magistrate. At first, Villefort sees Edmund as an innocent pawn. But when he realizes the letter is addressed to his own father, a Bonapartist, he panics. Fearing for his own career, Villefort burns the letter and orders Edmund's immediate imprisonment to silence him. Edmund is arrested in the middle of the night, confused and devastated, while Mercedes helplessly watches as he is dragged away. Edmund is taken to Château d'If, a remote island prison where the most dangerous criminals are kept. He is thrown into a dark, solitary cell, believing he will be released once the mistake is corrected. Days turn into weeks, then months, and no one comes for him. Every year, the cruel warden, Armand Dorlic, marks Edmund's anniversary of imprisonment by whipping him, reminding him that he has been forgotten by the world. Slowly, despair begins to consume him. After 6 long years in isolation, Edmund hears scratching noises in his cell. One day, the floor collapses, revealing an elderly man, Abbé Faria, a fellow prisoner who has been digging an escape tunnel. Abbé Faria, a former priest and scholar, takes pity on Edmund and educates him in philosophy, science, languages, and swordsmanship. Under Faria's guidance, Edmund transforms from an illiterate sailor into a highly intelligent and strategic man. Faria also shares a secret with Edmund, the location of a hidden treasure on the Isle of Monte Cristo, which he had planned to use to rebuild his life. Edmund, however, is not interested in riches. He only dreams of revenge. Their plan to escape is tragically cut short when a cave-in mortally wounds Faria. With his dying breath, he gives Edmund the map to the treasure and reminds him that revenge should never consume his soul. Heartbroken but determined, Edmund replaces Faria's body with his own inside the burial sack. The guards, believing him to be a corpse, throw him into the sea. Breaking free from the shroud underwater, Edmund swims to freedom. Edmund washes ashore and is discovered by a band of smugglers led by Luigi Vampa. To prove his worth, he is forced into a knife fight with Jacopo, a skilled pirate. Instead of killing Jacopo, Edmund spares him, earning his loyalty. Together, they set sail to the Isle of Monte Cristo, where Edmund discovers Faria's treasure and unimaginable fortune. With this wealth, he reinvents himself as the enigmatic and aristocratic Count of Monte Cristo, ready to return to society and take revenge on those who wronged him. Edmund makes his grand entrance in Paris, quickly gaining influence among the upper class with his extravagant wealth and generosity. Fernand is now a count and has married Mercedes, who believed Edmund had died. Danglars has become a wealthy banker, and Villefort continues to rise in political power. None of them recognize Edmund, who uses this to his advantage, manipulating their weaknesses and plotting their downfalls. One by one, Edmund enacts his vengeance. He orchestrates Danglars' financial ruin, tricking him into bad investments that leave him bankrupt. He exposes Villefort's corruption and crimes, leading to his public disgrace and arrest. Finally, he confronts Fernand, revealing his true identity in front of Mercedes and their son, Albert. Mercedes, who has always loved Edmund, is horrified to learn of Fernand's betrayal. Desperate and dishonored, Fernand challenges Edmund to a duel. This time, Edmund easily defeats him, and Fernand, realizing his end is near, takes his own life. With his enemies destroyed, Edmund finally reunites with Mercedes. She has never stopped loving him, but too much time has passed, and they both have changed. Instead of rekindling their romance, they share a bittersweet farewell. Edmund, now free of his past, chooses to embrace the future with Jacopo, using his fortune to help those in need. He returns to the Isle of Monte Cristo, no longer as a prisoner seeking revenge, but as a man who has finally reclaimed his life. The film ends with Edmund's voiceover, reflecting on Faria's final words that vengeance may seem sweet, but true freedom comes from letting go of the past. The once naive sailor who was wrongfully imprisoned has now become a man of wisdom, power, and redemption.